In 2014, Dez Bryant led the NFL with 16 receiving touchdowns for the Dallas Cowboys, breaking Terrell Owens' franchise record. He was a physical specimen at 6 foot 2 inches tall with extraordinary leaping ability and hands like vice grips. Bryant became Tony Romo's favorite target and the Cowboys' most dominant offensive weapon. Imagine Bryant soaring through the air, snatching footballs that seemed uncatchable to mere mortals. How did a receiver this electrifying disappear from the NFL landscape so quickly? Just 4 years later, by 2018, Bryant was out of the league, his career derailed by injuries and declining production. Today, we're examining Bryant's prime dominance and exploring why his star, which burned so bright in Dallas, faded faster than Cowboys fans had hoped. What if I told you that an NFL receiver once possessed such a unique combination of size, strength, and athleticism that defensive coordinators had to completely rethink their coverage schemes? A player whose physical gifts alone could single-handedly alter the outcome of games in the red zone. This was prime Dez Bryant, a physical anomaly who turned 50-50 balls into 80-20 propositions in his favor. Standing 6 foot 2 inches and weighing 225 pounds, Bryant carried a rare density and power that transformed him into one of the NFL's most physically imposing targets. His 38-inch vertical leap created highlight reel moments like his incredible touchdown against Detroit in 2013, where he soared over defenders in the corner of the end zone. His massive hands spanning 9.75 inches functioned like magnets, pulling in passes that seemed uncatchable to any other ordinary receiver. Bryant's 4.52 second 40-yard dash didn't dazzle scouts, but his game speed made him appear far more explosive than stopwatch time suggested. This athletic profile created a receiver who excelled in contested catch situations, the football equivalent of a power forward boxing out for a rebound. Despite these natural gifts, Bryant wasn't viewed as a can't-miss prospect. Questions about his route precision, off-field maturity, and ability to grasp complex NFL systems caused his draft stock to slide. The Cowboys selected him 24th overall in 2010, a position that now seems laughable given his subsequent dominance. As Bryant developed, his contested catch ability evolved into performance art. Cornerbacks playing textbook coverage watched helplessly as Bryant elevated above them, maintaining body control while securing catches that defied physics. This prompted Dallas offensive coordinators to design plays specifically exploiting these advantages, back shoulder fades, jump balls, and red zone targets that capitalized on his strength through contact. Few cornerbacks could match Bryant physically. Even when defenders were perfectly positioned, Tony Romo learned that an accurately placed ball toward Bryant still resulted in completions at a rate that defied normal success metrics. Bryant's capacity to secure catches while absorbing hits became legendary. The statistical explosion arrived in 2012 when Bryant hauled in 92 receptions for 1,382 yards and 12 touchdowns. During contested situations that season, his catch rate confirmed that his athletic gifts had developed into elite technical skills. By 2014, Bryant reached his absolute physical peak, using his frame to secure 16 receiving touchdowns, leading the NFL and breaking franchise records previously held by legends like Terrell Owens. His first-team All-Pro selection that season represented the culmination of his physical dominance as he towered above contemporaries like Calvin Johnson, Brandon Marshall, and A.J. Green, elite receivers with similar attributes but lacking Bryant's unique competitive fire that made him particularly feared in scoring territory. Now, behind all those highlight reel catches stood a partnership that transformed from tentative beginnings into one of the NFL's most feared quarterback-receiver combinations. The Romo-Bryant connection didn't emerge fully formed. It developed gradually through struggles, adjustments, and an evolving trust that would eventually become the cornerstone of the Cowboys' offensive attack. When Bryant entered the league in 2010, he caught just 45 passes while learning behind veterans Miles Austin and Jason Witten. Romo spread the ball around rather than forcing it to his talented but raw first-round pick, a hesitation stemming from Bryant's ongoing development in the finer points of his craft. Their connection crystallized during a pivotal 2012 game against the Giants when Romo, facing 3rd and long, trusted Bryant to make a spectacular sideline catch despite tight coverage. This moment signaled a turning point in their relationship. Romo had begun to see Bryant not merely as an option, but as his primary target in crucial situations. The mental aspects of NFL receiving initially challenged the young Bryant. Reading defensive coverages, mastering the Cowboys playbook, and being precisely where Romo expected created visible miscommunications on crucial downs. Romo needed a receiver he could trust implicitly when games hung in the balance. As Bryant's football intelligence caught up with his physical gifts, Romo's confidence grew visibly from game to game. What once required explicit communication became intuitive. Romo increasingly sought out number 88 when drives needed extending, electrifying fans who began to anticipate the connection before it happened. Their partnership reached remarkable heights during their peak years together. The 2013 game against Detroit saw Romo trust Bryant completely in the red zone, resulting in a 3-touchdown performance. By their 2014 London game against Jacksonville, Bryant torched the Jaguars secondary for 158 yards and 2 touchdowns, exemplifying their synchronized brilliance. Third downs and red zone situations became Bryant's specialties. When defensive pressure mounted and throwing windows shrank, Romo put his faith in Bryant's contested catchability. The data confirmed this. Bryant had become Romo's security blanket in high-leverage situations. Bryant's expanded route tree added complexity to his game, making him more unpredictable for defenders. He evolved beyond a vertical threat or slant specialist into a multi-dimensional receiver, showcasing growing football intelligence. Romo's precision passing perfectly complemented Bryant's physical attributes. The quarterback placed footballs exactly where only Bryant could reach them, high enough to utilize his leaping ability or positioned to shield him from defenders. This synergy maximized Bryant's considerable advantages. By 2014, their partnership had reached its spectacular apex. Their connection produced 88 completions for 1,320 yards and a league-leading 16 touchdowns. A combination that defensive coordinators specifically game planned to contain, often without success. Now, the chemistry between Romo and Bryant that terrorized NFL defenses would soon face its greatest challenge. Not from an opposing cornerback, but from the NFL rulebook itself. 3 simple words: complete the process would derail one of the most promising careers in Cowboys history and forever change how we define football's most basic action. On January 11th, 2015 at Lambeau Field, the Cowboys trailed the Packers 26-21 with under 5 minutes remaining in their divisional playoff matchup. Facing 4th and 2, Romo lofted a pass toward Bryant, who leaped over cornerback Sam Shields, secured the ball, took 3 steps, and lunged toward the goal line, positioning Dallas at the 1-yard line, seemingly moments away from reclaiming the lead. Then came the challenge flag. Officials reversed the ruling, determining that when Bryant extended for the goal line and the ball touched the ground, he hadn't maintained control throughout the entire process of contacting the ground. NFL Vice President of Officiating Dean Blandino confirmed, quote, "Bryant going to the ground, by rule, he must hold on to it throughout the entire process of contacting the ground. He didn't do so, and it is incomplete," end quote. The Cowboys' drive died. Their season ended, and with it, the prime of Dez Bryant's career vanished like a mirage, though nobody really realized it at the time. This play transcended the game itself, becoming immortalized as Dez caught it by Cowboys faithful, eventually prompting the NFL to modify its catch rules years later. But for Bryant, the rule changes arrived too late on a career trajectory already altered beyond repair. Following that pivotal moment, Bryant's descent began rather swiftly. The 2015 season should have been his continued ascension after signing a 5-year, $70 million contract extension. Instead, it marked the beginning of his downfall. In the season opener, Bryant suffered a broken 5th metatarsal in his right foot. Limited to just 9 games, his explosiveness diminished noticeably, a devastating injury for a receiver whose game relied on physicality and jumping ability. Compounding Bryant's physical challenges was a significant shift in the Cowboys' offensive philosophy. When injuries ended Romo's career, rookie Dak Prescott stepped in while Ezekiel Elliott became the offensive centerpiece at running back. The Cowboys transitioned from a pass-heavy attack, showcasing Bryant, into a run-first system prioritizing Elliott's talents. The statistics chronicle this decline with brutal clarity. After averaging 91 receptions and 1,312 yards per season during his prime, Bryant's production plummeted to just 50 catches for 796 yards in 2016, followed by 69 receptions for 838 yards in 2017. Advanced metrics revealed how injuries had compromised his physical advantages. Decreased separation from defenders, reduced yards after catch, and diminished ability to secure contested catches. By April 2018, the Cowboys released Bryant after 8 seasons, His brief stints with the Saints and Ravens proved the decline was permanent. Like Icarus flying too close to the sun, Bryant's brilliance burned intensely but briefly. A meteoric talent whose dominance lasted just 3 seasons at its peak, undone by a controversial call and the cruel certainty of physical decline. Now, what if I told you that a player's impact could outlast their career? As we've seen with Dez Bryant, his legacy extends far beyond his statistics. His passionate playing style and exceptional contested catchability remain the enduring benchmark for evaluating physically dominant receivers in today's NFL. What does lasting greatness mean beyond mere statistics? Despite his abbreviated prime, Bryant's influence persists in how we understand the art of the contested catch. The X he threw up after touchdown symbolized a template for receiver play that continues to shape the position today. Was Bryant's brief dominance enough for greatness? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Make sure that you hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into your favorite players. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.